you're almost to the end of your inquiry. You've finished all of the lessons, and now you have graded and are going to delve into the summative assessment to really see what your students know. This is similar to the entry-level assessment, but it is going to require you to drill down a little bit further. Again, just like with the entry-level assessment and the student work that you collected, the formative assessment during the observation, you're going to include PDFs of the blank summative assessment as well as the scoring guide telling you what achievement level goes with what score, and then also the focus student summative assessments. And you're going to put those into your C folder. I'll show you what that looks like. In Mallory's folder. Again, this is one of my PTs that has already graduated from the program, and she allowed me to show this as an example. So she gives an example of her summative. This is a blank. She gives an example of her scoring guide. That tells you what. Now, we did performance levels last year. This year, they're achievement levels, so hers will not align directly with yours. And then the summative student evidence, where she actually labels the focus students. You don't have to label your focus students, but it's a nice touch, and it really does help your CT, portfolio, reviewer, and me. So that would be lovely, even if you did it in pen at the top of their assessment copies before you scanned them. And then you're going to look at this document. So once again, you're going to look at impact. Now, this drills down a little bit further. You're at the end of your inquiry. So now you're looking at the summatives, and you're tying what you know now to what you've done throughout the entire lesson series. How did the entry-level assessment and then all of the little formative assessments you did along the way impact overall student learning? And so that is an answer that I don't have, but you can go through and either bullet or write in a narrative format into this box what your students know now and how you feel the entry-level and formative assessments tied into that and how that impacted student learning. And hopefully it was positive. And then you're going to think about the instructional strategies that you used. You may have done some research on instructional strategies, and how do you feel that impacted student learning overall? Then you're going to go look at just the focus students individually. So you'll put the name and then say either yes or no. Did the student score improve from entry level to summative? I'm hoping the answer is yes. And then what did you observe in the assessment? What did the student's assessment tell you about the effectiveness of the instructional strategies that were used with that specific student? And then what are the next steps for that student and why? Remember, we chose focus students based on their level of need. So we really want to look at how can we help this specific student in the future. It's sort of like a microcosm of our classroom. We want to do this with all learners, but we're only going to write about 3 of them. And this document, which used to be worlds long, it was so difficult, is that short. Look at that. Just these 2 tables, and that's it. So really, we've simplified this process quite a lot, and I hope that you find that that's not only handy, but that it makes you feel like tearing your hair out a little less because it's not redundant. Thanks, and good luck finishing your inquiry.